Diane in Denmark here. I'm not going to hang around. I have set the timer for the golden 15 minutes. Remember, we're only working for 15 minutes at a time because that way it keeps us focused and it means that we don't kind of disrupt the whole house and pull everything out. We're just dealing with things 15 minutes at a time. If you've got a bit longer time, feel free to work for half an hour. But set that timer and make sure you take a break at the end of it. Now, welcome back. We are still, or I am still building my wardrobe. Remember, you may be working on a different area in your house. It is actually zone 4 this week, which is the master bedroom, the master wardrobe closet. And I'm building my wardrobe. I'll put a link to the series up there. I have decluttered coats, overcoats. I have decluttered dresses, I've decluttered tops, I've decluttered hanging blouses, I've decluttered trousers or pants. So what I'm going to do today is I am decluttering my underwear and nightwear and swimwear. So let's just dive in. Remember, maybe you're working on decluttering books or Christmas decorations or things like that. Anyway, I'm all set up. Remember, make sure that your ground rules are covered, that you are dressed to shoes. I've got my indoor shoes on. Remember, we don't wear shoes in Denmark inside the house. So I've got my indoor lace-up shoes on. And I've got put away, throw away and give away ready, because if you start decluttering and just putting things into piles, you're just going to have to move them again. So do yourself a favour, make life easy for yourself and get those baskets or boxes or bags ready. Remember, it doesn't need to be the Flylady ones. I have the Flylady ones and I like them, but you don't need them. You don't need anything to declutter. You just need me to give you a kick in the behind and get going. So I'm going to sit down and I'm going to go through. Okay, hold on a minute. Yeah, well, that gave you a fright. That was kind of funny. I had my little cleaning caddy because I'm going to be cleaning, do a detailed clean here this week, and it fell off the top of my dresser. Anyway, wasn't planned. You know what? Nobody's perfect, so let's just get on with things. I'll move my cleaning caddy out of the way. Right, so I will spare you my unmentionables, my underwear, but I can tell you, I can show you these ones. I keep things, you're sitting on top of my dresser, I've got a chest of drawers, boom boom, like bloomers, and this is where I keep trousers, pants, underwear and nightwear. And you can see I use a lot of little vest tops underneath things because in Denmark it's so darn cold, and I like to have something tucked into my trousers because otherwise I get a cold tummy, especially when I'm cycling down for my swim in the morning. So I just keep them folded, and I keep my my underwear, my bras, my socks, my tights. They are in these. These are ones that I've got from IKEA, but you can use cardboard boxes. It's really good to have things, instead of just like in one big drawer, have it separated because it's easier. So I went through these the other day. I just sat down and tidied them out. And as I said, I've got ones for, slips and for underwear. I'm just looking in my drawer because there are a few things I wanted to tell you. Oh yeah, I swim with my best friends in the sea, and every morning we're getting changed together. Everybody strips off. It's communal changing rooms, and when I have underwear that I think I don't want anybody to see that underwear, that is a sign to myself that underwear needs to be replaced. And what I do with my underwear is I keep it in my, I've got a little travel bag, and I keep it in there, anything that's not kind of good enough to be on show anywhere. And then when we go away for the weekend, or if I go over to visit mum in Scotland, I can take that old stuff with me, and when I've worn it, I just throw it away. It doesn't come back with me. And I find that's a really good way to get rid of it. and get one last use of it, and then I've got more space in my suitcase for tins of haggis and caramel wafers and all those things. So anyway, as I said, in this drawer, in my chest of drawers here, I've got everything, you know, all my socks are together in one section, and bras and knickers, and anyway, you don't need to see those. And I've decluttered those actually last week. I just sat in my bedroom, you know, listening to a few songs and had a very hoogly time. Okay, trousers I've done, and then I'm on to the last drawer I have here is nightwear. So let me just grab, I've just pulled everything out, and I shall go through one by one. That's all I'm doing. I'm looking at one item at a time and deciding whether I need to give it. Come down a wee bit so you can see. Is that better? Yeah. Oh, and look, you can see underneath my bed. The only thing I have underneath my bed are my fluffy slippers. Right. So, something that I discovered when I was decluttering trousers, or pants, is that I liked these trousers. They're silk and they're patterned, but I feel like I'm walking around in pajama pants, you know, or yoga pants. And they do look nice, but I just don't feel good in them. But then I had this brainwave, I can use them as pajamas, you know, pajama bottoms. So that's what I'm now using these ones for, pajama bottoms. So I didn't declutter them. I'm using them as pajama pants now, because I don't know about you, I am 50 years old, and I'm always kind of looking for nice pajamas. It's very seldom I buy any, but I am not going to wear anything that says Snoopy or Hello Kitty on it. I've never been like that. So here's another pair that I got of kind of yoga pant looking trousers. Not something I would wear outside the house, but actually they're really comfy, and I'm using them as pajama bottoms, you know, and then I just have a top with it. So those are definitely keepers. This is a night dress that I actually got for my mum when I was working in a woolen merchants in Edinburgh, and we had various firms that we dealt with. This is from Derek Rose Pyjamas in London, very fancy. This is a really nice, beautiful quality, and I'm going to keep that because I brought that back from my mum's house last time because mum wasn't using it, and I'll use it. Okay, here's another pair of those pajama pants. So, you know, I discovered that wearing those kind of trousers isn't me. I need as I've said before, I need the material to give me the shape. Right, what is this? Looks like, oh yeah, and this was a top, a Zara top, which looked really nice, and I thought I would wear it in the summer, but it comes down too low for me. I'm not good in V-necks. But that's actually very nice with the pajama pants, and looks kind of like loungewear, so that's all right, that can stay. A white t-shirt that I got, but it's too kind of frilly, it's not me. That's going to be a giveaway. Let me see, giveaway, oh, is that one there? And this, similarly, this was a jumpsuit that I've had for a few years, and it's a t-shirty material, and I thought I would wear it in the summer. And you know what, jumpsuits are really difficult for me. I don't know why. I think I've got a child's bladder, so you know, I hate having to, you know, when you go and spend a penny and be undoing all those buttons. And it is very nice, but and I thought I could get away with it using it for pajamas, but no. And I washed it. And you know what, that's going to be a giveaway. I'm sure somebody at the clothes swap is going to like that. Or will be better suited to it. And this is a black top that I never wore, you know, in the evening or stuff, but actually is quite nice with my pajama pants. So that can stay. Right. Okay. And here, I'll just grab the next lot. Oh, that's summer nighty, so that can go away with my summer ones. Let me see, put away, look. Yeah, because it's really cold in Denmark, and we've got a 3-story house from 1933, We don't have central heating, we have gas and electricity. They're actually installing central heating out in the roads right now. So hopefully that'll improve. But you know, it can be a really cold house in the winter. So I need nice warm pajamas and fluffy socks and fluffy slippers. Right, I'm on to the next section here, and this is sports. I should mention, I've got sports stuff in here. That is actually real yoga pants. Those can be kept. I've got another pair. Yeah, these are ones that I wear on top of my running tights. Because sometimes when we run here, it can be like -5 degrees. So you really need lots of layers. Okay, those are my running tights. I have one good pair of running tights. So all those three can stay. But I think I'm going to put them also into a box so they don't spill out. Right, and these are, let me see, some headbands. Those can go. I don't think anybody wants those, so that's throw away. We've got some headbands downstairs. I don't sweat that much. Okay, some t-shirts that I use when I'm running. Now, actually, how many t-shirts do I need? I've got some old band t-shirts from when I went to see Snoop Dogg in Copenhagen a few years back. I keep that. I wouldn't wear it out in the street, but actually I quite like it when I'm out running. Makes me feel like I'm still young and alive. Oh, and these are all band t-shirts actually. The Fratellis, nice band t-shirt. Okay, a Blondie one. Gosh, I've seen Blondie many times. Debbie Harry is fantastic. Now this t-shirt actually came with these holes made, but you know what? It's too kind of washed and it's one of those things. You know what? I don't need to have the t-shirt to know that I was at the concerts. I've also got badges downstairs in my office. So you know what, Debbie? It's time to part our ways. So that's she'll get recycled. She won't be thrown out. Okay, a bright running top that my daughter had. I'm not going to use that. So that is a giveaway. Another band t-shirt of Magnus Corridor. And if you don't know who they are, hold on. There we are. My friend Rasmus is the guitarist in Magnus Corridor. They're one of Denmark's biggest punk rock bands. We're going to see them again soon. Hi Rasmus, if you're watching. And last one is, okay, this one has to go out. It's an old Buzzcocks t-shirt that I had. Now I'm really showing my age. The Buzzcocks were my the first band that I loved. Hold on, oh yeah, still got a minute left. And you've probably seen my Buzzcocks poster from my bedroom back in Scotland. I've framed that and I have it in my office just for something nice to look at. And I was trying to kind of do this t-shirt. It was one of those Pinterest feel things, you know, where you cut it up and then you can bind it here and it just turned out a mess. So I think it's time to let that go. Yeah, the Buzzcocks was actually my first ever concert, and the support band was Joy Division before Ian Curtis, you know, committed suicide. So yeah, what a history I have. Right, oh, more running things. Oh, this is like one of those running tops with an extra top that you would put on it. And you know what? I never wear that. So those will go to the clothes swap party, because most of the ladies who are coming to the clothes swap parties, they, you know, Sue, she's done Ironmans, several Iron Men. And they run. I'm not a huge runner or cyclist. I just like to, you know, swim in the sea in the morning. Right, and this was an old t-shirt that can go out. Can you see what that is? It's from a very trendy shop, Danish brand called Woodwood, and this was their original t-shirts. Maybe I should hold on to it. Maybe it's worth something. And on the front, it looks like a baggage tag, you know, a luggage label that you would get at the airport, and it says CPH, that's for Copenhagen. And my husband, this is a hoodie that I got. Actually, I think I'll hold on to it for a wee bit longer. bit nostalgic. My husband has a t-shirt, and of course he would not think about it and actually wear it, you know, when we were traveling out the airport, and the people behind the desk were always like, you know, you've got a luggage tag stuck in your t-shirt, and he's still got that t-shirt. Bless him. Right, okay, so I managed to get through a few items. The time has gone now. I'm not going to beat myself up. I didn't get round to my swimwear. We'll do that in another video. The main thing, you know, please don't beat yourself up with things. I have been busy. Last week the kids were off on holiday. It was school break. We had guests staying with us over the weekend. So, you know, I was busy preparing for that, and after they left yesterday, you know, I got the first load of washing in the washing machine, and then, you know, we had 3 extra bedrooms going for them, and all the, you know, towels and sheets. But I'm just taking it one step at a time. So just do your 15 minutes, take a break, give yourself a pat on the shoulder, and what I'm going to do now is I've stopped the timer. I'm going to set the timer for another 5 minutes, and I'm going to put these things away, and you will never know that I have been in this room. Yeah, how great is that? Anyway, I shall see you on Instagram. That's it for me, Diane in Denmark. Hope you had managed to get some decluttering done, and live long and prosper. Okay, go us. Woohoo!